Okay. All right, and we're going. Um, oh, Ravi.
Hello.
Yeah. So this is the second conversation with you, but the first one that will be on the channel because I foolishly overwrote your video with Jimmy's video because they were both because after they save
Mhm.
on the computer, they both go as Zoom_0 in their own
Got it.
separate folder. So like I tried bringing them over to the desktop
Right.
and it said like overwrite and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then I was like, "Oh my god."
Uh, uh,
And
they
then I
deleted the whole
tried
thing.
doing like control I tried doing all this stuff like control Z alt and it didn't work. And then
It's
yeah, I
okay.
know. It's
It's
but
fine.
hey, you
That's
live
okay.
and you learn, right?
There you go. And it's a new channel. You're learning how to, put out content, and it won't happen again. So, you
Took
learn.
me yeah, it took me like 10 days to figure out how to post a video that was more than 15 minutes too. Like ridiculous.
Yeah, true. I don't know how to even do
You have
that.
to
Can it? I don't know.
you have to
I
like
thought they limited.
verify you have to verify your account.
Yeah.
And yeah, there were like tons of videos at different there were like tons of different videos over the past 5 years on how to verify your account, and the
Okay.
website has changed so often that it's like
Got
whatever
it. We did though watch Jimmy's
excuses.
video the other day. We did meet. So Owen came over to stay our last night in Brooklyn, and we watched Jimmy's video, the entire thing,
No, the
the
whole
entire thing,
thing.
the entire thing, start to finish.
Are you kidding me?
No, I swear to God, it was what, 2 hours and like 10 minutes.
Oh my God,
We made it
Rob.
fun. We made it fun. We made it like a drinking game.
Oh my God. Okay, how did it go? Like, what were the rules?
It was every time like you guys talked about anything like social justicey, or like anytime Jimmy told like like mentioned like a name from his past, like me or Owen or whatever. So we would make it fun, and it was funny, and it was good. But it was
I'm
a good
like,
video.
I emailed him and I was like, "Are you interested?" And he wrote back like, "Hey, I'm not." I actually it was like a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, like Wednesday at 1 would
Yeah.
actually be perfect." And just yesterday he said Wednesday 1 doesn't work for me. I was like, "Okay, well, whenever you wanna,
Mm.
um, you can reach out." I
Yeah.
mean, hopefully he will.
He
It'll
would be a
be.
good interview. I think
Oh
he
my
would.
God, he'd be very entertaining.
Oh wait, now my internet connection is unstable. What the heck?
That's
Can you
okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Your
okay.
yeah, I can hear you, but your visual is delayed a little bit.
Oh, that's strange. Okay. Is it better now or no?
Yeah, yeah, it's fine now.
Okay. All right. Tell me.
So, Rob, how was the move? What was that all like? What was that?
Crazy. Yeah, I am all moved out of Brooklyn. I don't know that I will ever live in New York again, actually. As I was leaving, I was like, "Oh, that I don't know that I'll ever be a New Yorker again." It's crazy. But but no, the move out was fine. The move out was fine. My parents did most of the heavy lifting because I
You
had
sat
worked the
back
last day.
and oh, okay.
Yeah, no, no, no. I had worked the last day, so my parents came with the moving truck, and they just moved everything to the truck. And then at 5 o'clock when I got off work, we left pretty much straight from there. We met the landlord who, we gave the keys, and he did a walkthrough, and that was it.
You
Super
didn't have
easy.
any
But
holes in the walls or anything that he was like, "What
we
is
have
this?"
one. We do have one, and they said that we need a paint job, but it's been 2 years. Like, sure. But there is one like dent in the wall. It's not a hole, but it's like a dent, and neither Jimmy or I really know where it came from. So
Wait, was it in
we'll
the lounge? Like in the common
put
area?
it in the kitchen. I don't know. I don't know why. So we'll probably end up paying for that, or I will, because it's probably my fault. But who knows?
What if one of you two like drunkenly like put your head in the wall by accident
Not
one day?
him. He doesn't even drink anymore, so it's probably me. I don't even know. I'm drinking now. It's what, noon, and interesting enough. Yeah.
So for all the watchers who did not see your first video because they'll never see that, what who are you? How do you know me? And what who are you?
Sure. So my name is Rob, and I am 20. How old am I? 28. I
20
live in
29 in 2 days.
29 and 2. Oh my God, that's crazy. I'll probably just lie about my age. I'll probably just say I'm like 26 or something. Um, I'm from New Jersey. I knew Kenny in what, kindergarten? So like 25 years at this point, 20, like crazy. But yeah, live in Jersey, went to dental school in Jersey, went to do a residency in pediatrics in New York. And now that ended yesterday. So now I'm back in New Jersey, just waiting for my job to start in Philadelphia. So that's where I'll be.
I'm
Yeah, life is good.
catching you at the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one.
This is my unemployment chapter. This is to unemployment.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. But hope like I have a contract lined up, so like hopefully I'll start, late August, early September. But right now, yeah, nothing. Just sitting at home, drinking and sitting by the pool, fishing, and that's it.
Is this the beach house that you're by
Mm-hmm.
right now?
Yeah. So my parents live in Point Pleasant, which
Point
is down the
Pleasant.
Jersey Shore. Yeah, and so that's where I'll be holed up for 2 months in quarantine, and that's it. My sister's here, my sister's fiance is here, and both parents. So
Oh my
it's a tight
gosh,
squeeze,
really?
but it's
They're
been,
all
you know,
they're all there? That's
it's been okay
amazing.
so far.
Oh, you're going in
Yeah,
and
yeah,
out
yeah.
again too. Sorry.
All here, all here. Yeah, my sister. Oh no,
Hold on a
is this
second.
better?
Hold on. Let's just wait until it gets caught up or something. Just wave, so I know that we're
I wonder,
fuck.
is it my internet or yours? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's probably both of ours. It's both of our faults. Yeah, mine goes unstable
Both our faults,
sometimes,
yeah,
and
probably.
you're just naturally unstable. But oh yeah,
It's true.
but
But yeah,
but
no, all of us are here. So my sister, she came in March when all this Corona stuff happened, and she really never left. So she works from home, and her sister's fiance and my sister's fiance works from home, and they just are been down the Jersey Shore, and that's it.
are you going to
So
be
now we're all together,
seeing
one big
is
happy family.
Anthony going to be moving? Your Anthony is your Anthony going to be moving down to Philadelphia?
Yeah, so we call them A1 and A2. My sister's dating an Anthony, and I'm dating an Anthony. My Anthony is A2, and A2 has one more year of law school left to do. So he's in Pace up in White Plains, New York. So he'll do one more year of law school, and then who knows? We kind of just follow our jobs at this point in life.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, he would want to live. I don't think he wants to stay in New York, state in general, but probably like Philly or South Jersey or something. So we'll see. For now, he's not leaving Pace just because he has law school. But then who knows? We go anywhere.
Did he grow up in Jersey as well?
Mm. So he's from a town called Hamilton, which is a little outside of Atlantic City. They're like the blueberry capital of the world, I think. It's
Oh,
just every house is a
yeah, that's really South Jersey.
yeah.
There's a good theater down there, actually. I forget the
Oh,
name of
really?
it. Yeah.
Oh,
It's an
in
equity theater.
Hamilton?
Yeah, it's like what is
Okay.
it freaking called? I forget what it's called. Like Gulf Shore
Oh,
Playhouse or something. I don't know. Yeah.
oh, that's so funny. But it's like every house there is a blueberry farm. So basically he lives in that small town, and that's where he's always been from. Went to high school, went to, grade school. So
Well,
yeah, crazy. But I think he's itching for a way out. I think he wants to be a city person. So maybe Philly or, you know, one of the cities in Jersey.
isn't it? It's crazy how I don't know. Just we're like near 30 now. We are. I mean, we are definitely no longer kids. But I guess that's a question. Like, in what way do you still feel like a kid?
Hmm. I feel like always, right? I mean, I don't feel like I'm
Yeah.
30. Like, yes, I have a job, and yes, I'm like, I graduated dental school and I did a dental residency, but like, I still, like, I'm in pediatrics. So all day I'm surrounded by kids. You know what I mean? And all I talk about from 9 to 5 is like oh, who's your favorite character in Frozen 2? Or like, and then I have to know like all these characters in Frozen 2
You
because
have
like
to
when
know
you're a kid,
Olaf.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
you have to, because when you're a kid at the dentist, like you don't want to talk about teeth and drilling and stuff. You want to talk about like cartoons and like how is school today and like what do you want to be when you grow up and stuff. So I feel like 9 to 5, I basically have to be like a big kid. And then when you go home, that's very hard to shut off. So I feel like I'll probably never grow up. I'll probably just always be a, you know, like a big kid. Mm, I'm
It's
okay
like,
with that.
I wonder if teachers also feel that way, or if they just feel much older and like really jaded because they have to be like in control or like have
Mm,
they know they have power over the kids. So I wonder if they
yeah.
feel that
I think teachers also probably have to discipline more than I do. You know, like if a kid, so most kids actually are pretty well behaved at the dentist, I have to say. But if a kid is not, I don't have to do anything. I just stop. I don't have to go forward with the filling, or I just stop the appointment and say, we need to set them up with, something
way. A
like a
counselor.
sedation or like think of it. Yeah. Teachers can't do that. They can't just say, throw my hands up, I'm done. They kind of just have to do it a little more disciplinary. And we have something called behavior management. So like I do have to manage behavior. Like I do have to sometimes use, it's called voice control. I have to be like, I have to kind of use my voice smartly to kind of get them to behave and listen. But if a kid is like off the walls, not behaved, I don't have to really discipline, and I think that's kind of the difference between us and teachers.
Like drill their arm.
Yeah.
It's like, ah, no way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like if a kid's moving around in the chair, you have a high speed burr going 100,000 spins a second. You don't want to cut their lip or their
Oh,
cheek. If they're not going to stay still, then you stop the appointment, because it's unsafe for them.
has that ever happened to you? Like where you were drilling and you accidentally, like because of their kind of unruliness, like
You're
cut
getting me
them?
to admit malpractice on video. My goodness.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, well,
Like
yeah.
another
Well, it
No, I'm
wouldn't be
just
your
kidding.
fault. It wouldn't be your fault. It would be
It
theirs.
technically does come down on you, um, but no, it has not happened to me yet. But it happens a lot. Like people, nick their tongue or their lip and stuff. But like when you're doing a filling on a 5-year-old. Like I don't know, I probably wasn't behaved at 5-year-olds to go through half the stuff my patients go through. So I don't know.
You were very
But
well
no, it hasn't
behaved
happened.
at 5.
Maybe, but not at the dentist. Maybe, you know what I mean. You could be very behaved in school, but then have
That's
like a
true.
dental phobia. I don't know.
Mhm.
So, but no, it hasn't happened to me yet. But that's because I think I'm very quick to shut it down. Like if a kid is moving around and I think it's too risky, then I'll just stop. You know?
Yeah,
So
I would love to see you in action. I'd love to see
it's
you
fun.
like
Like I love my job, but you know, I'm totally different, I think, than I am like at home.
how so? How do you think you're different there? I guess you don't drink.
Sometimes, no, I'm just kidding. No, how am I different at home? I think I'm not like I'm not mean, but I kind of have to be a little stricter. You know what I mean? Like if you have to extract a tooth from a kid and if you see it starting to misbehave a little bit, you have to be strict. Like you have to kind of get something done in that appointment. So I am a little stricter and maybe more type A at work than I am at home, probably.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Something
But I think I'm nice.
oh, Rob, like yeah. The kids are probably like, oh my gosh, like this guy's really cool.
Wow.
You
I
know,
don't know about that.
what is the oldest for pediatrics? Is it like anyone below 18?
Mm, you can kind of set, if you own a practice, you can kind of set your own age wherever you want, like some pediatric dentists see until kids get adult teeth, filling cavities on adult teeth. Some have like a certain age cutoff. Some say keep coming until you want to come and until you feel like it's silly to keep going to a pediatric dentist and wait in the waiting room with all the toys and stuff. So some people leave it up to the patients to kind of graduate themselves out to an adult dentist, and then some just say you're 18, you're out. So it depends. You can kind of, it's different philosophies, but at my residency, it's 12 and under. So once they hit
Oh,
13, they go to the adult dentist. And so it depends.
hmm,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
One thing I have been so I've now this is going to be my fourth kind of conversation via Zoom
Oh,
that's
nice.
recorded, and I wasn't able to watch ours, our first one.
It's okay.
But the
I'm not a
other
fan.
two, I realized, yeah, I know, I'm just very mad. One thing I'm working through is like my anger issues at kind of the things that really I probably shouldn't be mad at all.
Right.
Because I know, like, really of any.
I mean, it's beyond your control. It's not something you.
Yeah, yeah, but then in a sense, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was absolutely completely in my control, and I just should have just saved the video at a different. Anyway, I'm gonna stop harping on it. But
Maybe, yeah.
what I what I realized um, during those uh, the other two that I've watched
Hmm.
is how I don't know if I leave room for you or for the other person to ask me any questions about anything, because I'm always just like on top of asking you questions and stuff. And oh, are you frozen? Oh, okay, no, you're not frozen. But you're just listening intently. Um,
Right.
yeah, do you have any? If you could ask me a question, any question, what would you ask?
If I could ask you a question, what would I ask? I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, it's an infinite hard one, right? I mean, there's a million questions. But I guess maybe the point is like I guess my main question would be like what inspired you to do this project? What inspired you to kind of interview the people that you do? What's the overall kind of vision of who you interview and why?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I'm yeah, cool. Maybe you don't give yourself enough credit for asking good questions, Rob. I think yeah. So a few years ago, I was like, so Oma, right, who is my grandma, who you know.
Wait, you're cutting out.
Oh yeah, you're frozen. Oh,
Oh, is
can
this
you
not
hear me?
working? Okay. Yeah, now I can hear you. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
cool,
Sorry.
great. I see you. So yeah, a few years ago, Oma, who
Mm.
you know, right? She
Hmm.
was 96 at the time, and I was like, oh God, she's not going to be living much longer, um, and I was like, I really want to do an interview of her, just to have it down on video so that I can show my kids,
Right.
uh, if they ever come into existence, if I ever have any, that
Mm.
there will be some kind of documentation of her, because she's just a remarkable woman.
Sure.
Like 96 and very sharp. So my friend Jake and I, we went over to my old childhood home, because I used to live there like even before St. Cassian's happened. I lived there
Right.
for like 2 years from when I was like 3 to 5 or something. And we just shot like 4 hours worth of footage, and then we went back actually like a year later when she was even in worse health, and shot like another set of like 3 hours of footage, and that was a very sad kind of.
Sure.
The first one was really great, and the second one was really sad because I thought for sure it'd be the last time I would be able to talk to her. She's still alive, actually.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
I think I told you she lived through
Yeah.
Corona.
That's great.
um yeah, it's insane.
That's
um
crazy. Yeah.
but then I was thinking, like, I would love to have this kind of thing for all the people I care about, and I sent out that email, and of course Jimmy was the first to respond, and I was like,
Yeah.
that is so freaking amazing that Jimmy. I was like, maybe we could do this like chronologically. Um,
People from
and
early years, people from the middle years,
mhm.
later years. Yeah.
Yeah, so which is why Owen would be perfect,
Yeah.
for doing it like right around now too. So like you and Jimmy and actually Alex Bliss were all like very, I would consider probably my best friends. Tony,
Nice.
I would say would probably be my best friends from the earliest kind of consciousness that I had. And
Sure.
Yeah, I just have so many great memories of you guys, and
Good.
also
Good.
like I want to be able to have this like post it so that um yeah, like in 10, 20, 30 years we can come and look back and just like watch ourselves and be like, "Oh my gosh, like look how young I looked, look how long my hair
That's true.
was." Oh, this is
Yeah.
before that Philadelphia chapter. Can you believe Philadelphia? This was before Philadelphia happened. Or like, oh my
I
gosh,
have an
like
accent now. I have a Philly accent.
yeah, now I have an Austrian accent, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, Philly. This is
So it's
before I
like,
became a
like a time
hardcore Philly
capsule.
fan. Hmm? Yeah, it's a time
Yeah, right.
capsule,
It's a
exactly.
time capsule,
And
basically.
then
Very cool. I like it.
and then I was thinking too, yeah, time capsule, but then also, like if I continue doing this for a long time,
Mm.
I mean, it could become some kind of art piece. It could become some. So I was also my friend Miles Purinton, who was my third interview.
Yeah,
He's so, I mean, he is so well read on and so well read and articulate about kind of social justice issues. And I was thinking, this could also be a really good forum for all of my friends who are like really interested in that kind of thing as
mm,
kind of like a panel discussion on what are the things we could do to improve society, what are the things we could do to improve ourselves. And
sure.
you know I think this is also like another, I'm rambling on now, but I think that this is an antidote. Actually, I think this is the way that conversations need to be happening these days, not social media, not the way of social media where it's like a tweet that,
Sure.
this is actually helpful communication. And if people can like see, maybe if someone like stumbles on this channel and sees this, like they can see that this is the optimal way to discuss issues that about things that we may disagree on or something. I care about trying to solve that
Well, that's
issue.
why I think Owen might be actually a pretty interesting interview.
Uh-oh, you have frozen and now I only see your chin. Oh God.
Owen actually might be a pretty interesting interview. It's like I don't know.
Oh shoot. This
Oh,
frickin'
can you hear
Wi-Fi.
me?
Oh, hold on one second. Yeah, oh,
I'll wait
okay,
a
okay,
second.
yeah, okay. I see
That's okay.
now. Okay, so you were
Okay.
saying that's why you
Okay.
think Owen would be an interesting interview?
That's so strange. I I think it'd be an interview. I don't know that you guys' opinions will always line up, but I think that's kind of the nice thing about something like this, where it's you have an unlimited platform to kind of say what you want to say, and the other person can agree or disagree, and you're not limited to a 100, what is it, 80 character tweet, and you can just talk it out. So I think that might be interesting.
It's really hard. I find it really difficult for me to actually be really candid about my views. I feel very open to be able to talk about kind of my more liberal views with people when I know that they share that. But with someone like Owen,
Yeah.
I'm almost like, oh my gosh, like I'm nervous. Like, oh, like I
uh,
want it. You know.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we agree actually on some things. He was just over the other day, and we were talking during Jimmy's interview because he was like, well, like, I said, be like honest. Like, you, of course, you want to
Yeah.
be honest in when your interview with Kenny, but you don't want to be like, fighting on camera. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah. We
mean?
don't want this to be Fox
So,
News.
oh,
Or
so I think there's a happy medium that you guys will respect, and so I think it'll be interesting to watch for sure.
God, like rips me a new one like on my own channel.
Yeah. No, I don't think
Hey,
he would do that. I don't think he would do that.
I don't think so too.
But
I don't.
I'm like the most, liberal person in the world. Like I don't, that's just always how I've been. So to me, it's like I don't really care either way. Who agrees, who disagrees. My mind may change in the future. Who knows? And I am open to that, but at this point, it hasn't. But that's why it's like if you agree, cool. If not, okay.
For
It's
some
okay.
reason, I always thought that
Yeah.
for some reason, I always thought that you were more like fiscally conservative than. than or like a libertarian kind of a stance on like that you're socially very liberal but fiscally conservative. Is that something that you agree with, or
Maybe. I feel
how
like
do
I
you?
don't know enough about that to really have too much of an opinion. To me, like how I'll always vote and like make my opinion is on like social issues. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's like even if I have billions and millions of dollars, like that wouldn't ever be how I like base my thought process. To be honest, it's kind of always where I will go. You know,
You
social
mentioned that
issues. But
before, like with so for you, what is it about the economic side of it that makes it not as much of a priority as the social issues?
I mean, money is just to me very fleeting. It's very, you know, you could have it one day and lose it the next. You know, so whereas like human rights issues and social justice issues, that's a little bit more like that's stuff that you can kind of influence for future generations, you know, betterment of people's lives. Like money is so fleeting to me that, you know, that doesn't really even align in my brain. Like to me, like I would want to improve people's lives in more social ways, you know. So
Hmm.
to me it doesn't really, I don't care all that much. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm a doctor, you know what I mean? And I will
Yeah.
not be probably poor ever, really. Like I'll be in like a decent tax bracket, but um like I'm okay paying taxes if, you know, more taxes if that's what I have to do. But to me, like I would always kind of base my vote and not base my affiliation on who has kind of the most respect for immigrants and the gays and, you know, stuff like that. So to me that's kind of priority, you know.
Yeah, actually, now with like all this Corona stuff happening, and did was there a Pride parade in New York this year? Like, what was done for Pride?
There wasn't a parade. I went last year. World Pride was in New York City. Amazing, so much fun. But this year, no, there was not like a formal official parade, but they had like little gatherings, and you know, but it wasn't like an official march or
Hmm.
parade with floats or anything. It was just kind of like a street gathering here and there in little pockets of New York. So I didn't go. You know, maybe next year, but
Yeah,
so we'll
I
see.
mean, it's
You know,
like when the apocalypse is happening, it's like how do you celebrate? How do you
yeah,
celebrate that stuff too? And of course, with like all of the protests and stuff, it's like the momentum is very much for like Black Lives Matter, and you wonder like
sure,
also Pride too, and yeah, there's just a lot of things to talk about and support and stuff. An
sure.
endless amount of things.
Sure. Yeah, no, there were protests, but for Black Lives Matter, and still are, really. Like New York is still kind of, you know, as much as it doesn't make the news, really, as much as it did a couple weeks ago, still happening, and people wear masks and go. And I think New York is very um, forward in their thinking with that. I think like you know, it's weird if you don't wear a mask in New York City on the streets, whereas like I came home to Jersey, and you know, people really don't walk the streets wearing masks. Like when they go into grocery stores, they do. But in New York, like you would never even dream nowadays of leaving the house without a mask. Whereas in Jersey, if you're just walking in the grocery store, you know, people don't really wear it.
Well,
Strange.
whenever I moved from Jersey to Pittsburgh when I was 14, like
Mhm.
everyone would always just say, oh, they'd be like, "Where are you from?" And I'd be like, "Oh, New Jersey." And they'd
Yeah,
say, "Oh, that's the armpit of America." That's what they'd say. 14 years old.
still might
So,
be. Yeah,
do you think that? Maybe.
I like New Jersey. I've always loved New Jersey. I don't think we deserve the bad rap that we get sometimes, but you know,
I don't
certain
get that.
areas
Is that
maybe.
because of The Sopranos? Is that what that is?
I don't know. I don't even know. I've actually never seen The Sopranos. I'm terrible, but I think it's probably more like Jersey Shore kind of
Hmm.
mentality. Like they think we're just like fist pumping and like, you know, just trashy. Which no,
Like New Jersey is like the Florida of the North.
Basically, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess I'm filling out my boxes of trashy places to live.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I like New Jersey. That's always been what I've known, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's nice. I think the
yeah.
thing that I realized when I when I moved to Pittsburgh, I was like, when I moved to Pittsburgh, I was like, there's so many trees here. Like I'm like living in the forest, you know.
Mhm.
And then when I came back to Jersey to visit or whatever, I'd be like, there's just so much. It's just so there's so much like so many strip malls. There's like no nature here. Like I don't know why it's called the Garden State.
Mhm.
But then when I lived in New York, coming out to New Jersey would be like a country vacation. You know, it'd be like
Right,
so. It's
right.
all a matter of perspective.
True. It's where you go to, like Secaucus, Newark, Jersey City, like industrial, super industrial. But down the Jersey Shore, or even like Southwest Jersey, is all forest and beach and trees and stuff. So it's where you go to. But
Hmm.
it's the comparison of like New York City. Obviously, is going to be, other than Central Park, is going to be way more industrial and way more city and urban than maybe Jersey, which would be a little more rural. But again, depends what city you go to. Depends what town.
When
So
you go on vacation, when you like you and your
mm,
family, I guess do you guys go on vacations a lot to places, or do you does your mom have like cruise credits up lined up with like Princess Cruise or anything
so
like that?
she used to. My mom used to be a cruise director for Princess Cruises. Um, in high school, we were on a ship that we were in like a cruise ship accident. Basically, we didn't crash and sink, but we were kind of like going like this, and then we tilted like this, and
Oh
everything on this
my
side of the ship like
God.
rolled there. Yeah, it's crazy. I actually have a scar kind of on my forehead about it. But anyway, so after that, she kind of quit Princess Cruises and she went into teaching. And so now she's a teacher. But since then, any vacations we would have are like Disney or, something that we could fly to. Like we don't really cruise anymore. Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise, but I would love to go up to Alaska. That'd be
You
really nice.
should. Princess Cruises does a ship to Alaska. We did that when I was like 9, so I don't really
Oh,
remember it vividly. But
you lucky bastard, going to an Alaskan cruise
we
at 9.
I know. We did like 2 cruises a year, really, for the first, what, 18 years of my life. It was kind of crazy, but
God.
um, I know. But now, like, I would go on a cruise tomorrow. I don't really care. But my mom really wouldn't do that.
So
So now vacations are a little bit
what do you remember about that accident? Like when the
everything.
cruise
Oh,
tipped.
I was
So
in high
okay,
school.
so you have to tell so like could you tell the story like
Sure. Yeah, that I remember vividly. Like, I was in high school. I was a sophomore in high school at the time, and we were on a cruise from we it was a Caribbean cruise, but basically this leg of the cruise that we were on was Florida back up to New York. So we just left Florida. We're about an hour into the cruise, and I'm in my room and I'm just napping in bed, and it's me and my sister's room in one side, hallway, my parents' room across the hall. All of a sudden I'm like asleep. I wake up and like my head is here and my feet are here, and I'm like sliding off the bed. And so I just like roll into the door, into the far cabin door, hit my head, and the ship is like completely tilted this way. And I like roll out of bed. I kind of open the door to the bathroom, and like everything in the shower is on the floor. Like all the clothes are coming out of the closet. Like it's chaos in the room. So I open the door to the cabin, like kind of tumble into the door across the hall, which is my parents' cabin, and bang, 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 bang. And my mom opens the door, and like all I could see behind her and like the window was like the bottom of the ocean. Like it was like dark. You know what I mean? Like that part of the ship was like tilted underwater basically.
oh my
So
God.
I know. So it felt like we were like that for like minutes and hours on end, but it wasn't. It was probably like 30 seconds, honestly, if I'm being realistic. The ship kind of levels out and goes back to normal, and we hear on the overhead speaker like everybody stay calm. Like we're okay now. We just kind of, it's called a list, LIST. Like it's the ship listed. And we're like, okay, so stay calm. Everybody get your life jackets, just in case. and and my mom goes, "Where is your dad and where's your sister?" And I just left them because they were on the top floor playing mini golf. And so we were playing mini golf, and then I came down to the room to take a nap. So I was basically like, they're still on the top deck, like they're still on the very top of the ship where there's no barrier, there's no siding, it's just a golf course, So my mom, like, I immediately see her just go white because she's thinking like they're overboard, like they're completely overboard. We walk kind of down the hall, past the rooms, like into where like the main lobby is. Kind of, we were on, I think, the fifth floor, which is like the main concierge lobby. All hell has broken loose. Like the art gallery we had to walk through, all the paintings on the floor. We walked through the casino, like people are like fist fighting to get chips that are falling on the floor, like it's chaos. So, oh, sorry. My dad's here. You could say hello.
Oh.
Oh, okay. He doesn't want to make a
Did he say not a chance?
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to be part of this
just
viral video.
just say hi to him for me
But no, yeah, he says hello. But anyway, no, so we go and we're going to like look for my dad and my sister, and we go up to the golf course, like the very top course, and they're not there. So we're like, oh, they're
though.
overboard.
Oh
This
my
is, yeah.
god.
So then we hear on the loudspeaker, like, if anyone's looking for their families, go to whatever so and so dining room and look for them there. And we go there, and it's like complete chaos. There's parents like screaming and trying to look for their
Oh my
children.
god.
I know. And so then we ended up finding them in, I think, that dining room. And, it was just, they kind of experienced upstairs and we were downstairs, and we reunited then. But yeah, it was a crazy time. And my mom worked for the company at the time, and then did not, and went into teaching. But since then, we didn't really take any other cruises.
So what happened? Does Rebecca do Rebecca and like your dad have did they tell you their side of the story of
We
like
were
did they like slide off the golf course or
the way that they described it was like they were hanging on to like the netting, like around the golf course. There's like a net kind of thing, and they had to like literally like grab on. And there were a few other guys up there, so they weren't alone in the golf course. But basically, the way that it was told to us was like they were grabbing onto the the freaking golf course
oh
net to,
oh
yeah. But we had not we, but the ship in general had injuries. Like there were chefs in the kitchen with like hot oil spilled on them. People were in the pool at the time and just like, you know, slid completely out of the pool and into the siding and stuff. So no deaths and no one went overboard in the end, but a lot of injuries actually. Yeah.
wow, that is what a
Crazy.
story. Do you ever have nightmares about that or do you ever think
No.
about that ever?
Do I ever what?
Do you ever have like nightmares or think about that ever? Like that the idea of like seeing like through the
Oh,
porthole of your mom's like seeing just darkness. Up. You have stopped once more. You are now biting your lip. That is the image.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I
Wave. Oh,
Hello. Yeah, it like it stops, and then all your words are like super super quick, and it like catches up, but it hasn't caught up yet.
okay. Here we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
now it
we're
might have
we're
caught up.
caught up. We're caught up.
Hello,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
hello
that's how it is for
America.
me too.
Okay. Yeah, no, so I don't really think about it anymore. Like, I've been on a cruise since with Anthony. So, it wasn't like I was traumatized for life. But I don't think my mom or dad would go probably again. Probably. Like we
Yeah.
were part of a class action against Princess, and we got like a little, reimbursement and a little bit of money out of the accident just for, emotional turmoil. But generally, like, it's not like it scarred me for life or anything. I'm okay. Yeah.
I mean, your
But it was
parents
crazy,
had.
a crazy time. I wrote a lot of my like college essays.
Oh, your college?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, oh no, I didn't have anything
I
important to
wrote a
say.
lot of college essays on. Oh, no, I don't either. I got into like I wrote a lot of college essays about like the experience and stuff because I thought it was interesting, and stuff like that. But after that, no, it doesn't really process anymore. But yeah.
Do you have ever have reoccurring dreams of like or nightmares or anything or um
Mhm.
yeah. Do you remember like your first dream?
Honestly, no, I don't remember my dreams. It's so bad. Somebody told me once to like keep a journal or a diary next to my bed, like on my bedside table, to like wake up and immediately write your dreams down. And I never have. And I always wake up and just forget my dreams. But I feel like I would have interesting ones, but I just never have thought of it. I never remember it.
Yeah.
Why do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I have pretty vivid dreams. I have like really weird kind of like haunted house dreams or like um I have this weird dream. I just wrote it down actually for this story that I'm writing. It's like this weird dream where like I'm on a school bus with friends and then we get dropped off
Hmm.
in like this small house. And then we like go into the house and it's a gigantic mansion, but on the outside it looks like it's this cottage. We go in and it's this huge
Hmm.
marble mansion with gargoyles all over the place, and people start disappearing. All my friends start disappearing, and
Right.
then I like run out of the house into the backyard, and there's like this gigantic pig on a spit. It's just like really, really weird shit, man. Yeah, that I had that one 10 years ago, and I still remember it. Yeah, that one was. Yeah,
Wow. I wonder
I've
if
only
there's any
had it
like
once.
symbolism behind it.
I think a lot of it is about abandonment,
Okay.
fear of abandonment, actually. Yeah, with like friends who
Well,
are like,
still to this day, like you had this dream one time, or this is a recurring dream?
I no, I have only had it one time, and I wrote it down. It was so vivid.
Oh,
I
okay.
wrote it down, and then I've just been
Huh.
like repeating it. Like I just like describe it, so
Right.
it has stayed with me. Which
Right.
is
Interesting.
interesting.
Interesting. But yeah, no, I don't ever remember my dreams. I wish I did. I wish. Because everyone always says, like, oh, I had a dream about this and this, and it was so fun. And I don't. As soon as I wake up, it's gone.
Even nightmares? You don't have ever have nightmares.
I remember having nightmares as a kid, but nothing really since. Like, I've had a dental nightmare or two. Like, I have dental dreams sometimes, and I remember waking up and being like, oh, I had a dental dream last night, but I don't remember any specifics of it. It's kind of weird, but never like nightmares, like bad nightmares. No.
Maybe you faced your
If I
fear.
watch a horror
Maybe.
movie, then sometimes
Oh,
maybe
yeah, yeah. Maybe you're just not
some horror
afraid of
movies, like
anything.
if I go to sleep, maybe that's true. But if I go to bed, like after watching a horror movie, and then sometimes I'll have like I'll see things like as I'm falling asleep, but I don't think I have like any laugh.
Hmm. No lasting nightmares or anything. I'm just gonna wait until you catch up here, until we catch up to each other on the internet. Oh, gosh, why is this internet so bad? Why? Oh, that okay. This is on me now. It's not connected. Connections are available. All right, that one was all me.
Really?
That one was really bad. Yeah, it just like, yeah, kicked me out, and so it's still
Are
recording though. So I don't know. Oh God,
okay. All right.
and now
Just
it's still lagging.
because it might be mine.
No, no, this last one there was like a globe down here. There's like a whenever there's like a little
Mhm.
globe on the Wi-Fi thing, it said it was not connected.
Uh,
Whatever. I freaking
okay.
hate this
All right.
stuff. What? It's like whatever.
It's okay. It's okay. We can,
First world problems.
yeah, it's okay. I mean, I can hear you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, anyways, yeah.
So what
But
else?
yeah,
What
no
other?
dreams.
Yeah, no nightmares except for maybe if you watch a horror movie, some images
Right.
you
To sum up.
stick with you. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Yeah.
I have
What was your question? Sorry.
oh yeah, I was gonna ask you if you had any questions that do you like whenever you meet people or like you're
Mm.
getting to know someone or I think I'm just weird this way. Like I always like asking people different questions about themselves or whatever. Like
Mm.
how do you think that you get to know people? What is the way that you kind of bond with people that you're first meeting?
I don't know that I have like a set few questions, that I would ask like the same questions to different
Anyone?
people. Yeah. But I guess if I had to, like sometimes like speaking in hypotheticals or like would you rather do this or this kind of tells you a lot about what people value and what people
So
don't,
what's a
you
good
know.
would you rather? Okay, you walked yourself into this one. What what are some good would you rather's?
I don't know. I don't know any good would you rather's. Let me think about that. Hold on. See, put me on the spot here. My
Yeah,
goodness.
you walked
No, but like
yourself into
even the
that
one,
one.
yeah, I did. Even the one that you asked me before, like, would you vote based on like, fiscally or socially? Like that can tell you a lot about somebody. Or like, would you rather vote? Stuff like that. Like
Right.
hypotheticals like that can I think kind of show you a lot about somebody. But I don't have like a set list of questions to like, you know, get to know certain aspects. It's just free flowing and whatever comes up, and that's how you learn about people. I think, but I don't know. Do you have like a list of questions you ask people?
No, no.
No.
I really like asking people about habits though. Right? They're like good habits and they're bad habits. And I feel like I asked you that about the first interview. Um, yeah, but I guess that's the thing
Did
that
you?
I'm most interested. Oh, you're gonna say something.
What did I say? Did I say I have any bad habits?
I don't actually remember. Um, yeah, well, that's a
I
good
don't
question then.
either.
What
Because
do you what are your
I don't
habits?
think I do. I don't think I do. I don't think I have. I must. I bite my nails a lot. I don't think I have like bad like personality traits unless I do, and then I'm just not realizing it. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. I don't think you'd have to ask people that are like close to me, because then it would annoy them, more than I would realize that I'm doing it myself.
Well, maybe at the end we'll bring Rebecca in or something. Ask her.
Oh, I'm sure she'd have a laundry list of bad habits to give.
What are some bad habits that Rebecca has?
Bad habits in America has. I don't know. She can be very bossy young lady. I don't know. Yeah, very headstrong. But I don't know if that's even a habit. That's just a personality trait.
Well, what are some of the habits you think you have that you really like about yourself?
Hmm. I think
Oh, and
I'm.
oh,
Yeah.
and hold on. I just want to ask a question too. How would you define a habit?
To me, a habit would be something that you just do unconsciously, instinctively, kind of over and over again, without even necessarily realizing it. So I think I can be very um, like measured. I can like think before I speak. I've even done it here. Like I've kind of taken spit out an answer. So I think that's a good habit. Like I think thinking before you speak and being very measured and you know calculated in your thoughts can be a good habit. I think I'm nice.
Oh
I'm
my
nice to
god!
animals. I'm
I'm
nice to
nice.
animals. I'm nice to you know. I think I'm nice. Um, and I think that's just instinctual. That's like a habit. I don't know. I think I have a few, but I guess you don't even realize that you're doing it, right? Because it's like an unconscious kind of thing that you're doing. But I don't know. What would you say?
Yeah, definitely biting my nails is one. Actually, I didn't I never yeah, I actually bit my nails so much um up until just a few months ago. I had never actually used a nail clipper on my
Mhm.
fingernails until just like maybe 4 months ago, and so that's a habit that I've now uh, started to get over. I think, which is nice.
That's good.
Um, I like my a habit of mine where I get up early. Um,
Oh, mm.
I guess is
That's not my habit.
a
I don't have that habit.
um, and I think a habit that is helps me and also hinders me at the same time is how much I care for people. You know, um, I think I am caring about people to a fault, to an extent where like I I would care more about other people than I would care about my own health or my own needs. You know, and
Mm,
so I think that's a habit that's like uh, has has two sides of a coin, two sides of the
right.
coin to it. But yeah, yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No, I'd agree with you. Think you have both of those qualities. Yeah. True.
yeah,
True. True. True.
um, okay, now time to update on Big Brother, uh, the real meat and potatoes. What do you think?
Really?
Okay, so what? Like someone was like attacking Janelle via the phone to like try to see if she was. Did you hear that? That
No.
like fans were calling her like real estate office number and like trolling her to see if she was coming back. And she was like, "You fucktards, get out of here! Like, don't
Oh, like
harass me."
for All Stars too. Like they were just
Hmm.
trolling her to see if she was on.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't hear that.
Hmm.
Was that on Twitter or Reddit or something?
Yeah, yeah. I just
Oh,
Google Big
wow.
Brother 22 every day now, so there was an
Wow.
article.
Okay. Yeah, they keep putting out like alleged cast lists, which has changed since 2 weeks ago when Jimmy, when I made a cameo on Jimmy's video. But yeah, I've heard Janelle, Dan, Ian, Derek, Tyler, Danielle from season three.
Danielle Rees, right?
So
Oh my
I don't know.
God,
Yeah,
yes.
that would be great. That would be fantastic.
I mean, to have Dan, Ian, and Derek, and Janelle, and Danielle. Uh huh. Yeah.
It would be great. It would be great. I'm nervous though because they shut down production of Big Brother Canada halfway through their season. Like I just don't want like such a good cast and then they have to shut it down halfway through the season. Who knows? So I'm
Uh,
nervous to have like to get my hopes up. You know,
God. Who do you think is a better player, Derek or Dan?
at this point, I'd have to say Dan, only because we've seen him play twice instead of Derek's once, and Dan did phenomenal both seasons he was on. But that doesn't mean Derek's not a great player for a first time player, obviously. But I think Dan's record kind of speaks for itself. Like 2 seasons and getting winner and runner up, that's pretty good. You know,
Okay, I'm going to amend the question. Who do you think is a better player, Derek or Paul?
Derek. Oh
Ooh.
God, hands down,
Why?
no comparison. No comparison.
Wow.
I think Paul is like just ew. He's just like an unlikable person. Like, yes, he might be okay at the game, but he can't finish. He can't. He gets to the final. That's half the battle. Like half the battle is getting there to the final, and then the other half is winning and having the respect of their jury. And to lose by one vote both times you're playing is when you're doing something wrong.
Wait a second. I kind of want to. I kind of want to. Wait, I want to share the screen. There's a YouTube video
Why Paul
of
lost both times?
or yeah, yeah, of
I've
watching
seen.
Paul lose both
I've seen
times.
it. It's great.
Oh my God. Wait, I kind of just want to share it. I
Didn't
kind of
Derek
just
win unanimously?
um
Or was it 8-1 or 9-1?
No, Derek.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was unanimously.
I don't remember.
Paul losing twice.
We're so mean.
Okay, it's a 2. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. It's only 2 minutes long, so I think
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
fine.
share it here. Second. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm going to share this screen so we can watch that. We can just watch this together. Share computer sound.
Oh, God. Side by side. That's so mean.
Has cast James
His vote.
has cast his
For
vote
Paul.
to be the winner of Big Brother.
For Paul.
To be the winner of Big Brother.
Alex.
Has
Corey
cast
has
her vote
cast his
for no surprise
Josh.
here.
For Nicole.
2 votes Paul, 1 vote Josh.
With the same
Victor.
shirt they're wearing.
Ravens
cast his vote for
goes
Paul.
to 2 votes for Paul, 1
Paul.
for Nicole. 3 votes Paul.
Natalie.
1 vote Josh.
Has
Jason has
for
cast
Nicole
his vote to be the winner of Big Brother. We are tied at 2 votes apiece.
For Josh.
Michelle's vote goes
To Paul.
Matt has
3
cast
votes
his
Paul.
vote 2 for Nicole. Paulie
For Paul.
has cast 4
His
votes
vote.
Paul.
For Nicole.
2 votes to be
Josh.
the winner of Big Brother. Tied at
Mark.
3 apiece. Has cast his
Bridget's
vote. Vote goes for Josh
Paul.
to be the winner of Big Brother. Elena
Zakia.
has cast her vote. Has
For
cast
Josh
her vote
to
to be the
Nicole.
winner of Big Brother.
We are
We
tied
have
at 4 votes for Nicole,
for
4
Paul,
votes
4
for Paul,
votes for
which
Josh.
means
Cody is the last
Devon's
vote.
final vote decides it. Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Nicole.
Josh.
You are the winner.
Okay.
That's the most unlucky shirt ever.
That's incredible. That is.
Yeah.
Stop sharing.
I just love that it came down to Cody. I think that's so funny.
Which one was that? That was in 19.
In Josh's season, yeah. I love that, like, he and Josh just hated each other all season, but he didn't hate Josh as much as he hated Paul, and that makes me laugh.
Dude, Paul, yeah, I had no idea that they were wearing the same shirt. He was wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, unlucky. Very unlucky.
Why did he do that?
I
Why?
don't know. I think he will be back. He has to come back. I mean, I think if they do All Stars, he's a lock. Like, he has to come back. But it's just so much Paul in 4 years, 3 seasons. It's a lot. How many
Yeah,
years?
I mean,
No.
I think they
18,
should bring
19.
back. They should bring back Nicole and Nicole and Victor now that they're a couple. If they're well, I guess Swaggy C isn't going to be coming back though, either with Bailey.
I think Nicole would only do it if Victor was there. And I don't know that they give up 2 spots like that. I don't know. I think it would be Swaggy and Bailey more, probably. I don't see Nicole coming back. I don't see Nicole wanting to come back either, actually. I don't know. I think she had her win and she's done and she's good. You know?
I mean, she's played twice already too, right? I mean, she did back-to-back seasons, didn't she? Or no, she didn't do back-to-back. She did 16 and 18.
She did 16 and 18, yeah. Good call. Yeah. But who knows? I mean, people have weird reasons for wanting to go on and say yes for weird reasons and just pop up out of nowhere. So who knows? I'm excited though. I think it'll be fun.
Is there anyone that you're rooting for to win?
Well, that was my question to you, was like,
Oh.
who would be your dream, like, people? Who would be like your top people that, like, your must-haves for a
Oh
Kenny
my-
Fedorko season?
Oh my God! Well, half of them wouldn't. Half of them are probably in jail now. Okay, no, I would definitely want. Oh God, they're like all white guys, but they're
Okay.
good. Yeah. So I mean, really, Dan. Okay, all right, let's go through it. Will and Boogie.
Ugh.
Um, Danielle
Queen.
from season 3. June.
Queen.
Season 5. Who would I? Maybe Nokomis. Nokomis. Let's bring Nokomis back. Uh, let's do Kaser, Janelle, Evil Dick, and Danielle.
Okay.
Dan. Um, okay, now this is where Ronnie.
No, that's not happening.
Ronnie. Okay, I
You
really,
love Ronnie.
dude, fucking Ronnie, man.
Forgot how much you love Ronnie.
Ronnie got the short end of the stick. That's
Yeah, he did.
um. You know what? Just for fun, Brian from season 10. Do you remember him? He was the
Okay.
first one. He was the first one out, and then he tried to come back, and then he didn't
Yes.
even. He was the first out, trying to get back in.
It's okay. He had untapped potential, as they say.
Okay, so I only have like. I mean, we're in the later seasons, and I only have like.
3 left.
Yeah, I'll say maybe let's say there's 16, so I have 4 left. Derek, Vanessa, Paul, and Tyler.
It's a good list.
I mean that's real all stars in my opinion. I think Ian
That is
kind of
very male heavy, but yeah, it's very like male heavy, but that's okay.
male heavy and like one black person.
Yeah.
Okay, well Kaser. Well, yeah,
Okay.
Kaser.
June is an Asian woman. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, what
Yeah.
about you? Okay, what's
But
your
there's not enough representation on Big Brother anyway. So that's a pretty normal ratio for a normal season, I have to say.
sad but true.
Yeah. Will is a must. I mean, Boogie, who cares?
He
Will,
won All Stars though. He won All Stars.
next. Danielle is a must. Blonde Danielle. You see, I go towards females. Like, I care more about the females than the males, to be honest. Like, males, okay, fine. Dan, Derek, Tyler, Will. Those are my musts for the males. Okay, boring. Let's talk about Keisha. Let's talk about
Keisha.
Danielle Donato, Libra, like Vanessa.
Oh,
Those are my must-haves. The ladies.
Libra's great. Libra was so good.
Uh,
Yeah.
Libra's great. Libra's great. Jess wouldn't do it without Cody, but I'd love to see Jess back. Angela, I would love to see back. I think she's hilarious. People like that, and Danielle Reyes obviously is a must. June was a great pick, I think. So to me, like, once you have the males, like the game bots, the winners, okay, fine. But the ladies is where the drama always happens. So
But
that's
what
where I
about
get my
what about Mickey?
my
What
interest.
about do you think Mickey is a good player?
No. Yeah, player, yes. Person, horrible, terrible, trash. Bye. No, don't come back. But yes, he probably will not be back. I don't think, but he probably should. Like, if we're going on gameplay, but I don't.
Yeah, they should
Half that
definitely
season,
bring.
I would say no. Christy, I would love to see back. Nicole,
Well, what about Haley? Haley from 21. Was that from 21? Yeah.
Haley would be great. Yeah. Nicole Anthony, the redhead from 22 or 21 would be great. But that's where I get my like cast list from, is like my top 7, 8 queens.
Oh man, bringing Keisha and Libra back.
That would be phenomenal.
I think they're both better game players than Davon.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd agree with that. but I think they were just in such a volatile season. They just had a bunch of crazy people in the house, whereas Davon's season was a little more, I don't know, maybe not. No, never mind. But I'd love to see like Shelly come back from Jordan and Jeff's
Yeah.
season. I'd love to see
Oh wow, that's Shelley.
Amanda. Oh, I guess two Shellys actually. Both would be okay. I'd love to see Amanda back. That will never happen. But
Oh, you don't think Amanda will come back?
uh, I think they want to forget that season ever happened. Honestly.
Man. Oh, you know what? That guy James from season 9 was really good. Him and Chelsea were a really good duo. But he just kind of faded. Do you remember that? The Till
Yeah,
Death Do Us Part
I think they
season.
forgot that season happened too, honestly. But yeah, they were okay.
And you know what? Who I forgot too was Andy. I mean, Andy was a good game player. You know.
Yeah, Andy was great. I love Andy. I'd love to see Andy back. There's so many people I would want to see back, but I don't know if they will A, say yes, and be production's top tier of people. Like I think they're gonna go for people from, I think Big Brother 20 will have a lot. I think anybody from Big Brother 20 is like they would have back, most of them. But it's going to be so much recency bias. I don't think anyone from before season 10 will get cast, other than maybe Danielle at this point and Janelle. That's it.
Yeah, I believe that too. It's, you know what? Season 13 would have been so good if Evil Dick was in. If Evil Dick didn't leave like day 6. Ah, that guy. I just
Yeah.
think Evil Dick is such a
He's
good
all
game
right.
player, even though he's really an awful person, you know. But
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, he's okay. I- no preference either way. Season 8, everyone was so vile. I felt like that you have to kind of root for Dick and Danielle, but I mean, he's okay. He's fine. I would
well,
want to see him back, I guess, but if he's cut, it's not. If he's not on, I won't be devastated.
you really liked Jen, didn't you, from season 8?
Queen, travesty that she hasn't been back. Travesty.
I would love to see her and Rachel go at it.
Rachel Riley,
Uh-huh.
that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be all-star, right?
Jen is phenomenal. Jen was like the perfect reality TV. I don't even want to say villain. I want to say hero. She's phenomenal because Evil Dick was the villain of the season, and she was like the antagonist to the villain.
Yeah,
so Jen to me will
exactly.
always be a hero.
Yeah, that's so true.
And she was walking around in her unitard. She was like serving like Tyra Banks for ferocity. Like she's a queen. Like she just walks around like a model and doesn't care about the rules. Like she's just an icon, and we love Jen.
Was it her that threw
But I love all the queens. I love all the ladies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, your list, you remember the good female game players. All I can remember really is like
Female
just how
heavy.
all I just remember is how good Vanessa was. Like Vanessa was so good. I feel like she played probably one of the best games out there.
She did. I don't think she would be back anytime soon, though. She just had triplets, so she was not going to come back anytime soon. But that'd be great.
Maybe in 5 years or something. You know.
That'd be great. Would give it a couple of years. Yeah. But I think she'll always be kind of not remembered is a bad word. I think she'll always be like someone production wants to bring back. I think she's made a name for herself to where she would be invited back in 5 years.
I was thinking about I was biking this morning and I was like, you know what? I really should audition for. I've never auditioned for Survivor, and that was really the one that started me off on this whole. Like that could be really fun if we both auditioned. Do they bring in duos?
They have, but usually it's like family members or like, yeah, I think it's pretty much just blood versus water family members, but we could just pretend we don't know each other.
Have you auditioned for Survivor?
Never, but I would. Now that because I always had like something in my life. Like I couldn't take a month off school or college or work. So I don't know that I ever will get the chance to apply and like leave my life, you know, but I would go on in a heartbeat if they asked me. So, but it's just hard to leave your life for 39 days with no repercussions.
That's true. You're right. I would love to. Oh man, yeah, we should audition. I feel like I need to do
You
some
would
more
vote me
kind of.
off so quick.
What is that?
You would vote me off so quickly, though.
Oh, Rob, why? Why do you say that? Are you saying that jokingly?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're not saying it
No, I think
jokingly though.
that we.
You do think I would vote you
I
out?
think it would be a conversation if like someone came up to you and you were like, let's get rid of this guy. You'd be like, maybe. Okay.
I think if anything, you'd vote me out. You'd be like, look, I've known this kid for 25 years, and he's the most conniving piece of shit out there. You have to get him out.
You're my biggest threat. So you know, if you're my biggest, you gotta go. No, I'm just kidding. I think we could, if we teamed up, we could do okay.
Oh my God, we'd kill it.
I think we would do pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna make a camera adjustment.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a camera adjustment and go like this. Okay, let's get settled.
This is like a male model pose you're doing.
I know. I need to stretch. I like pulled my back moving the other day, and like I have to stretch it out.
Who? So I'm not as caught up with the Survivor canon, as I am with Big Brother. But who do you think you are most like in the Survivor history?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. Oh my God, there's so many people. Oh my gosh, hold on. I want to say, actually, you'd probably know this. You'd probably know this person, or if you remember like old seasons. I'm gonna say Ethan.
Oh, from Survivor Africa.
Winner of Survivor Africa.
Yeah.
I think he was just nice, down to earth, humble, loves the show. Still, he's just on Winners at War. He didn't do as great as he did in 2001. Fan guy, nice person, solid guy. I would say Ethan.
So has he been on 2 seasons then?
Oh wait. Oh no. I'm just gonna wave at the camera.
That's
I
okay.
don't know
Yeah.
that anyone can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. So has he been on?
Oh, okay. It froze
2
for me.
seasons?
Sorry, and you're still frozen actually.
Oh fuck! Really? Okay. We'll just wait. I'm just gonna wave until.
Oh, okay. Go. I see you now. Okay. No, he was on All Stars, and he was betrayed by stupid Lex.
Lex, that guy's still on?
No, he was on All Stars like way back in the day.
Oh.
And he betrayed Ethan at the time, but no, I just love Ethan. I think he's like one of my favorite players ever. And he's a cancer survivor, like resilient as hell, like just a good guy.
Who is considered?
I'm probably not like Ethan personality-wise. He's none of that ever.
Oh, I see. Who are considered the best Survivor players of all time, and why? And who do you think is the best?
If there's like a Mount Rushmore of Survivor people,
yeah, exactly.
It's probably Parvati. As much as I hate to say it, probably Russell, even though I don't think he's a good player. It's probably he's like the one with the most name recognition. Tony and Sandra are probably the 4 like top names nowadays. But best players, like it's still Richard Hatch is up there, Sandra's up there, Tony's still up there.
Has Richard Hatch
I think played a good game.
Has Richard Hatch been back for more than 2 seasons?
Mm-mm. Just All Stars and Borneo. That's it. Yeah, I don't know why they'd bring him back either. I think with all the controversy in All Stars and all think they'd bring
What?
him back either.
So
I
why
don't know.
Parvati is she? Did she win the most or something?
No, have you seen her seasons or no?
No,
Do you know
I
who she is? Oh, okay, she's a queen. Okay, so she was on Survivor 13, Cook Islands. She got like fifth or sixth place or so, but she was known as like the flirt. Like that was her role. She just flirted to kind of get as far as she did. She came back for season 16. She won because she was like the mastermind, and she had like this all girls alliance that totally like controlled the game. Came back for season 20 and got runner up. Um, so she made basically fifth place, winner, runner up in 3 seasons. To me, that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. And then came back for Winners at War and didn't do as good, but this is 10 years later. Like, she's a mom now, she's married. Remember Game and 20 as being like two of the best of all time, which deservedly, she played a good game both times. So
And Russell, what is Russell's? Did Russell won twice, right? Or he got runner up twice? He's like the Paul of Survivor.
yeah, basically he got what, second place and then third place or something. Yeah, trash and a terrible person, but and I don't think a good player. But if you're thinking like Mount Rushmore of people in
Mm,
Survivor history, like he's got to be up there, I would assume. He's like the one that people still talk about to this day. um but yeah, no, not a good player to me, just like a nasty person. So I don't know, just I don't think he'll be back either.
no. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I need to get back into Survivor. But
You
there's just
should.
so
You
many.
have a lot to catch up on, though.
I know. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
probably 20. I think Cook Islands may have been the last one that I watched, actually. I
That was
think that was,
Parvati's first season.
yeah, I think that was probably back in like 2000, probably when we were in high school or something, right? Maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Probably. When quarantine first started, I started Survivor from season 1, and I'm up to 29 now. So maybe through 29 seasons in the last 3 or 4 months. But it's a commitment to get that far.
Could you imagine if we went on? Oh, that'd be great.
I think I'd either be the first out or I'd make it pretty far. There's no in between. I
What's
don't think.
because now they have like a like an immunity like an immunity island or something, right? Like they still merge the tribe, or are there now three tribes every season in the beginning, and then they merge all three?
No, not necessarily. Sometimes there's two, but like when you were watching Cook Islands, like that was, yeah. Do you even know that immunity idols are a thing or no?
Yeah, immunity. Yeah, immunity
Oh, okay.
idol. Well,
Because that would have
yeah.
been like
Well,
just starting when Cook Islands happened.
immunity idols like oh, like hidden ones. You mean?
Hidden ones.
Yeah, I think I just jumped off of it when there were immunity idols. That's the reason I think I
Okay.
actually didn't like the show anymore. Is I was like, oh, this is just the producer's way of giving their favorites immunity.
Oh, it's gotten worse. It's
Really?
gotten way worse. If we're talking about production, like being involved, way worse. Hidden immunity idols is like nothing nowadays. Now that's pretty normal part of the game. But now they have something called Edge of Extinction, which is so stupid and ridiculous. But basically, remember that Pearl Islands where like people vote back into the game?
Uh, I
Oh
don't
no,
I
you
don't
froze.
remember that. Okay, hold on one second. Can you see me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Remember like Pearl Islands when they had the outcast twist where people like got back into the game?
Yes.
That's every season now. They have this thing called Edge of Extinction where once you're voted out, even if you're the first person voted out, You stay on a little island, and then on day 36, you can be back in the game and win. And that happens with Chris Underwood on season 38 or so. He was like the third person voted out, got back in on the last day, and ended up winning. So stupid. So if you want to talk about production influence, it's gotten pretty bad. But I still like it. I think it's fun.
So what happened? So so he was the third person, and then the fourth person came, and they had like a competition, and this guy Chris won. Just kept beating everyone. Oh, this is so fucking insane. This
Just
internet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
That's okay. But no, but Edge of Extinction, there's a competition like, hey, I like to get back in the game, but it's not like constant competitions. Edge of Extinction, like you're on this little island with 20 other people who were just voted out, and then and has spent all 38 days with those 20 people who are now the jury. It's kind of ridiculous and a little bit messed up, but
Yeah, it takes the whole like social element of the game out of it, which is
gone, totally gone. Now it's like, who can find the most idols, and who can do this, and who can make fire the best. It's but I
Yeah.
still watch.
Well, that's the reason Big Brother is just so great is you can go on. I mean, of course, production is going to have a major hand in things, in terms of like choosing the
Yeah.
competitions that help serve the contestants they like the most. But like you can go on 24/7 and like watch people have conversations, and like Survivor, you can't do any of that, and
Yeah, true.
but
True.
okay,
We'll see. I like Big Brother and Survivor both for different reasons. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, Ra. I think is there any? I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up.
It's okay.
But what do you have? Actually, it'd be well. Do you have any last thoughts to say to yourself and years from now?
I don't know, thoughts to say to myself years from now. Wow, that's very deep. I feel like I have to give like a message. I have to like,
No.
give like a nice message. I hope you're doing great. Honestly, I hope you're where you are wanting to be professionally and personally. And who knows? In 20 years, when I sit down and watch this, you could be in a totally different place, living abroad or with, new friends than you have now. Who knows? But just I hope you're doing great and you're happy with where you're at in your 40s. Crazy. Crazy.
I'm gonna send this to you on your 40th birthday.
But no. Well, I'll always lie about my age. I'm always going to say I'm 25, so that will never happen.
Well, we all know now.
I still lie about my age. I'm never turning.
Oh, God. Well, say hi to your folks and everything.
We'll do.
Okay.
We'll do. They made a cameo a few times. They snuck in and like they didn't. Say
did they
anything.
really?
Do you want to see the sign that I put on the door? Hold on, I'll show you.
Yeah, I would love that.
This is actually funny. Well, it's backwards on camera, but it says interview in progress.
No. We can see it. I
okay.
could see that. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, it isn't in a mirror, right? Oh, that's great. Oh.
Okay. But I told everybody it's my interview. Leave me alone, and they did. So, but anyway, it's been great, honestly, and no, I'll watch every moment of my own interview because I love hearing myself talk, and I can't wait to watch it 20 years from now.
I'm gonna see if I can upload this tonight so we can expedite. I mean, you waited long enough.
Sure.
You were patient. You've been patient, so we'll get you on here really quick.
It's okay. But no, I can't wait to watch. It'll be fun.
All right, man.
I'll make that into a little drinking game too.
All right. Hey, well, I love you, and say hi to everyone over there, and I'll talk to you soon.
Will do. It's been great. Good luck with all your other interviews and have fun.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay. See ya.